With roughly 60 million Latinos in the U.S., we highlight Latinas of influence, businesses surviving to thrive. We talk culture, travel, health, wellness, music, entertainment, and of course, food. Our passion is to share inspiring stories with the community. I'm Richard Sandoval, and this is Hispanic Lifestyle. A few weeks back, you guys gave me for a few hours a Suburban, a 2021. I mean, it was beautiful. It was black. It was everything that I kind of felt like a rock star. I kind of felt like a politician, an important politician. It had all the comforts and the bells and whistles. So I kind of want to talk a little bit about the 2021 edition of the Suburban. And of course, tell me about the Tahoe as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're excited to introduce it to the market, right? The all-new 2021 Tahoe and Suburban are the most versatile and advanced Tahoe and Suburban ever. And, we can say that and hang our hat on kind of three pillars and how I break it down. First and foremost is best-in-class interior, whether it's the cargo space or rear seat media system, which we can talk about a little bit more. And then the second pillar would be the driving dynamics. Again, best in class when you look at our powertrain lineup, as well as, ride and handling and some features that enable just a completely smooth ride. And then the third pillar that I would say, features the all-new Tahoe and Suburban would be unmatched technology and what that looks like, whether it's our best-in-class 9-camera views or up to 25 standard and safety driver convenience features.
Kind of break down, what's the difference between the two? Is there a different person that buys the Tahoe versus the Suburban? Is this a lifestyle choice? Explain that to me, Matt.
Yeah, so when you look at both wheelbases, Tahoe versus Suburban, there's a lot of similarities, right? Typically, there's a higher propensity of married individuals, higher household income, but ultimately the way we position them from a Tahoe perspective, it's about style as a top reason for purchase, and that the aspirational vehicle, if you will. And then when you look at Suburban, slightly longer wheelbase, but it's more about getting a job done, whether it's moving cargo or people. It's about truly being a master of your universe.
I know you guys gave me the top of the line. I love all the electronics and gadgets, and we'll get into that in a sec. But yeah. I have a family. Talk a little bit about the safety aspect of the vehicle, maybe some things I didn't realize that you guys already have built in as far as protecting my family while we're driving.
Absolutely. And safety is a top priority for us. And when we look at the large SUV segment, quite frankly, it's expected. And, when we talk Tahoe and Suburban, and specifically some of the all new features, we look at our standard safety equipment. And, in this ever evolving world, I don't know about you, but I've been working from home office as I am now. And there's a lot of people going around the block and getting outside, which is ultimately great to see and encouraged. And I think, when we're talking safety, it's items like our front and rear pedestrian braking that are standard on the high country that give you that extra assurance of you're not going to hit, whether it's a parked bike or what have you. So, there's a lot of baked in standard safety equipment, a couple other auto emergency braking, forward collision alert. I can go on. And then, as you turn the page to available, I think we'll get into it, but, we do have 6 trims. And when you look at available safety features, the ones that pop to mind first are, best in class 9 camera views, which gives you that digital camera look in your rearview mirror, as well as industry leading 15-inch diagonal heads-up display. So these are loaded with safety equipment. And again, this is just building off what our customers already love.
I do have a Yukon. So I'm used to that bigger car and what have you. And I feel very comfortable in it. And I do feel like I'm in control of the car, but those what is it I'm looking for? Those cameras, that does take a little bit of getting used to. Give me some insights on how to kind of get used to that, to prepare yourself for that.
Yeah, I think it's familiarity. The more you're in and driving, whether you're reversing or perhaps you're towing, right? You get hitch view, hitch guidance, so on and so forth. So the car itself is a smarter vehicle. The technology throughout is more than just safety related. And as you have more experiences and exposure to it, I find or have found it being very digestible in terms of not only how to use it, but new features that are available.
I appreciate the time that I had with the car, and I drove it all around. I drove it out to, in my area, Lake Elsinore, down the 15 freeway, down to the Temecula wine country. We drove around the wine country a little bit, and then we came back. We had a little lunch and then came back home. The part that really blew me away, it's a big vehicle with a big engine, and it hardly moved the gas meter, if you will. Talk a little bit about that, because that was the one thing that really surprised me. I thought it was going to be a gas guzzler.
Yeah, we're extremely excited about the powertrain offerings that we have. As I had hit on here earlier in the call, the driving dynamics are best in class, and the powertrain's a big reason for that. And so whether you have the carried over 5.3 liter V8 that our customers love, or the available 6.2 liter V8, both are paired with an automatic 10-speed transmission, and yeah, to your point about gas mileage, we're estimating 15 city, 20 highway, and with a heavier vehicle, they're well performing. And that's only the first part of the story. Later on in this calendar year, we're also going to have the 3.0 liter diesel, Duramax turbo diesel available, which again is a first in our segment here, with forecasted top fuel economy. So I think the good story gets even better, and we're just a few weeks away.
But talk to me about how you can get the most out of your vehicle, because we need to consider the fact we're spending a lot of money on our cars. How do we get the most out of them?
Yeah, so when you're saying most out of your vehicle, two features, and they are new, and we highlight them because, again, it's taking our 45 years of segment leadership and improving on that. And the two features I'm talking about, one is more in the performance realm, if you will, and that's our segment exclusive 4-corner air ride adaptive suspension. And essentially what that enables is the ability to either raise your vehicle 2 inches or lower it 2 inches. And that can become especially helpful whether you're getting in and out of the car, or maybe you're going over a little bit more rugged terrain. And oh, by the way, if you're on highway going above 55 miles an hour, it will automatically lower to increase aerodynamics. So when we look at our suspension, I think that's a feature that even if you don't engage a certain drive mode, it's automatically helping you, and a huge advantage. And then when we look at the interior of the vehicle, it's really hard to miss, quite frankly, if you have it equipped as the 12.6-inch dual rear seat media system. And for long family road trips or what have you, these are state of the art. They play movies. It can hook up through HDMI for video games if you have a gamer in the household. Bluetooth music. And then, one of my favorite features that it can do is from the back seat, if you wanted to make a stop somewhere, you can forward the directions to the both pilot and co-pilot. And, in a safe manner, of course, they can accept and stop at your favorite fast food or ice cream shop.
Matt, you talk to somebody like who doesn't have children, because that is definitely not a good thing.
Yeah.
I want to talk a little bit about the times that we're living in. how do you test drive cars now? How do you purchase cars now? It may be a limited amount of time that we're involved in this, but are you seeing the evolution? Is GM looking at how you're evolving in a car purchase?
Yeah, I think, as times are continuing to evolve, so has the purchase model too. I mean, I don't want to belittle the point of, hey, we're still doing a traditional transaction rate, and we're doing a good job at that. We have, roughly 3,000 partners within our dealers who, with the new Chevy Cares initiative are putting safety at the forefront as normal. So I think the traditional model is still there. And then, as I've mentioned, a lot of new features for us. We have more digital experiences coming to market when that looks in the form of video walk-arounds as well as virtual experiences just from a broader GM family too.
No, I like that. I like going on and I'm sure a lot of other people enjoyed that as well. You go on your website, you can talk about your trims, your colors, your interior, the options. You guys do a fantastic job on that. Love the high country. I did. I really enjoyed it. Final question, possibly. When are they available? Are they available now? And you kind of alluded to something, the quantity, the pipeline to get some of these new vehicles that you're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. They are available now. You can go out to Chevy.com and build your own, finding dealer inventory, but we are producing them down in, again, Arlington, Texas. Team's doing a great job down there. And then as far as pipeline, I mean, we're getting these out to dealers as fast as we can build them. And I know they're having great success on the lots as one of the vehicles that are generating a ton of buzz and traffic.
Hey, Matt, thank you so much for your time. Thanks for making that vehicle available to us to review and drive. And thank you.
Absolutely. Appreciate the time and take care.
Didn't get enough? There's always more at HispanicLifestyle.com. And follow us on your favorite social media platform.